Hello everyone, my name is Maya Marshall and this is my school profile SWOT analysis for Education 590. In this presentation, I will review background information on my selected school. I will go over the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats using information I researched online, as well as an interview with Heather Farnsworth, RSP teacher from my previous Education 441 class. Afterwards, I will review 5 recommendations that support the students, staff, and families of both. I selected Sierra Vista Elementary, which is located in the city of Upland, California, and it is part of the Upland Unified School District. The Upland Unified School District core values include collaboration, equity, integrity, accountability, leadership, the whole child, innovation, and excellence. This is a school I got to become familiar with in my previous Education 441 class. The principal of the school is Roxanne Rubert. The school grades are TK through 6. There are 436 students. When reviewing the chart, you can see the school is diverse in student demographics, students who are socioeconomically disadvantaged, ELLs, foster youth, and homeless. Let's start the SWOT analysis. First, in strengths, is higher academic achievement in ELA, when compared to the district and state for the previous 2018 to 2019, which is really good. The data for 2019 to 2020 was not available. Other strengths for Sierra Vista are awards and recognition. The school received the California Distinguished School Award in 2012 and the PBIS Coalition Silver Award in 2018. Textbooks are up to date and made available to each student. The school building is rated good, which means it has been inspected inside and out and includes inspection for fire safety. More strengths include an increase in ELL students becoming English proficient, which connects to the Upland Unified School District SWOT analysis, where the district hired a coordinator to support ELLs. When speaking to Mrs. Farnsworth, she went over that there have been an increase in communication with RSP teachers and paraeducators. She shared that every Monday is a designated collaboration day for all teachers to get together via online. She mentioned that the school supports universal design through utilizing different tactile methods, multisensory projects, positive reinforcement, strategically grouping students, education on life skills, consistently having an agenda for classes, and reviewing that agenda visually and verbally. For continued strengths, Mrs. Farnsworth shared that the school meets the needs of all students through specialized instruction, and the Monday Collaboration Day really helps the educators exchange ideas, which could potentially benefit all the students. She shared the school has a day to celebrate the school called Founders Day that the students really enjoy, the staff and families as well. Mrs. Farnsworth also raved about the potential careers the school showcases to students ranging from construction to fire. The school celebrates neurodiverse role models by having neurodiverse students in their student council, general education classrooms, and includes them in everything involved with the school. For weaknesses, the school demonstrates a low academic performance in the new California Science Test when compared to the district and the state. There has been an increase in suspensions when comparing 2018 to 2019, specifically in the category violence without injury. It went from 10 to 16. In regards to the healthy fitness zone for grade 5, there were several categories that were lower compared to the previous year, which include a decrease in aerobic capacity, body composition, flexibility, and upper body strength. There has been an increase in chronic absenteeism of 2% when comparing from 2018 to 2019. There has also been a decrease in paraprofessionals when comparing the same years. It decreased by 2 paraprofessionals. When speaking to Mrs. Farnsworth, she shared that her workload is very high compared to the time she has to complete it. She also shared that some classes via distance learning were like comparing night and day because many of the educators lacked technical expertise. So they were limited in the tools online that they were able to utilize for classes. Some great opportunities from Upland Unified School District are professional learnings for all educators. The professional learnings are available for literacy, Kagan strategies, inclusive strategies, and many more. Mental health counseling services are available to the families of Upland Unified School District at no cost, which is a great benefit. This coincides with Upland School District's 3-year goal of meeting the social and emotional needs of students. Some other opportunities are daycare for some of the schools in Upland Unified School District, particularly for Sierra Vista Elementary. It is available before school and after school for all school-aged children. There's also a homework hotline provided by the district for grades 4 through 12. The hotline is available Sunday through Thursday, 4 to 7 p.m. 4th and 5th graders students have access to a summer program that encourages students to think positively about going to college. Mrs. Farnsworth shared that it's usually a 2-day in-person program. This year, due to the pandemic, it is a 3-week virtual program. Through a program called Sora, students at the school are able to check out books through a virtual library where they have access to ebooks and audiobooks, which is awesome. Some of the threats for Sierra Vista Elementary and other schools as well are COVID-19, the well-being, which are concerns for students and staff health-wise, remote learning, and then some of the possible long-term COVID-19 effects would be mental health for returning students and staff, delayed social interaction for students, adjustments for students returning to in-person school, which has started recently, a potential increase in academic achievement testing gaps, students not prepared for the grade they are entering, and for potential increase in academic achievement testing gaps, for that, because of the pandemic, some of the testing was halted, which we won't see till later on. There are also public concerns, which are increase in housing, causing families to relocate. In addition, there are other threats as well. For fitness, since there was a reduction in healthy fitness scores for the 5th graders, it might continue to decrease because of distance learning. The principal, which was newer, she started in the year 2019, which was in the pandemic, which hasn't given her much time to adjust. Enrollment, there's been reduced enrollment when compared to previous data, which potentially could increase because of the pandemic. Educators, since there was a reduction in paraeducators, we don't know if it's going to continue for the reduction. And then now we're going to go into the recommendations. The first recommendation is to help improve engagement, decrease chronic absenteeism, and decrease violence. Sierra Vista Elementary should plan, with help from the staff and students, 5 simple and small events for the year 2021 to 2022. These events will adhere to CDC guidelines and will be called Soaring Over Sierra Vista. These events will highlight resources that are available to students, staff, and families, which include the homework hotline, summer trainings for college, the wellness center, daycare, and other resources that are available from the district and school. In addition, the events will have a component to increase the engagement with students and teachers. The component will be a short sport game or quiz type game, which will include partners or teams. The events will review resources in a short, direct, and meaningful way. Prior to the event, the students and staff will get to vote on which sport or game they would like to play. At the event, the students and staff will be in mixed teams and partners, so teams will consist of teachers and students. These events will be short in duration, and they will be open to students, staff, and their families. There will also be a resource stand with all the information reviewed throughout the year. And if this was virtual, they can still continue with the same type of event, which would just be online, and there could be a virtual game played in partners utilizing Kahoot. The next recommendation would be increasing technical expertise for teachers and students. There will be a short survey amongst teachers and students that will be conducted to find out what tools and resources online that they would like to be more familiar with and which ones they feel comfortable with. From the survey, 4 to 6 teachers will be picked that have a stronger skill set in technology. This will be the teacher tech team. The 4 to 6 teachers will then take turns hosting a weekly Zoom meeting that lasts no more than 30 to 45 minutes. The Zoom class will review a technological tool resource that will benefit the teachers and students via distance learning. The teachers on the call will have to practice the tool during the week, and if they are having trouble, they will ask a question in advance prior to the next Zoom call, or they can record themselves to demonstrate the issue and send the recording to the teacher tech team. For students, a tech team will be created through volunteers. The tech team would represent a wide variety of the grades at Sierra Vista. The tech classes will be optional but highly encouraged. The team would consist between 6 to 10 students. In addition to increased participation, teachers can share the information to the students and have certain assignments created online that coincide with the classes the tech team will be reviewing. The tech team will host bi-weekly classes that last no more than 30 to 45 minutes. They will review the tips, tricks, and shortcuts for online. The tech team will also have a special email inbox to address any tech questions and email tutorials or review the question in the Zoom class. The next recommendation would be Saturday school to decrease chronic absenteeism and increase academics. The Saturday school will be hosted at the school site from 9 to 12, and it will be available to students to make up for absences. In addition, there will be assistance with homework, assignments, or academics that can be provided. Top performing students from different grades will have the opportunity to provide assistance to students. Parents will also have the opportunity to attend. The parents can help provide assistance with students' homework, watching the children, temperature checks, and any other tasks needed. In-person CDC guidelines would be followed. And if the students get done early with homework or assignments, they will have the option to ride their bike or scooter with a helmet, and the earliest playtime would start at 10:30. If it was distance learning, Saturday school would be held online, and it would have the same hours, 9 to 12. And it would either be held, a teacher would host it, or a top performing students can help host it from their house as well. Another recommendation to improve test results in science would be every class every day will have 10 to 15 minutes of science facts or information that relate to the grade level standards. This portion of the class will be called Super Science Survey. During Super Science Survey, the teacher will review interesting information that relates to the content standards for their grade and have a short fun quiz. Super Science Survey can also contain teacher demonstrated experiments, and students will be quizzed afterwards, or they would fill in a sentence starter. For example, the Mentos in the soda bottle blank. If it was through distance learning, science information and experiments can be covered in the same way via online. There would be fun quizzes or sentence starters that can be done utilizing wheel of names for participants. Another recommendation, this one is to decrease violence without injury. I would create a resource that's available through text and chat online. The resource will focus on decreasing violence, bullying, and anger management. If students are aware they are angered easily or feel themselves getting to a point where they don't want to be, they can chat or call an anonymous line for free counseling. If students want to share information with faculty but are afraid of the consequences, they can either chat or provide tips of bullying that they've seen or violence that they've experienced. The website can be accessed from the school website, so there will be a link on there. Both the school website, direct website, and phone number will be posted in each classroom. This could be measured at the end of the year through EdData. And these are the many resources that were utilized. Thank you, everyone.